Hi, what's up guys? So today I am actually fishing for sharks. I got this new underwater camera and I kind of wanted to see how well it worked. And basically, I'll do an intro and hopefully the whole rest of the video is just awesome shark footage, but we'll see what ends up happening. So right now I'm fishing right by Alki Beach. So Alki Beach is probably the most popular beach destination in Seattle. So every year, especially like July, August, we have tons of people aggregating by the beach. The other thing that ends up happening is crabbing season opens up. So I'm gonna do a quick turn here. And essentially people go out and stay on the paddle boards, kayaks, john boats, like all kinds of small vessels to set crab traps this time of year. So what ends up happening is lots and lots and lots of salmon, chicken, sardines, like whatever people use as bait gets introduced in the water. And I don't know if you can see all these like dots on the water to my right, but those are actually all crab traps. And under each one of those crab traps is some salmon, some chicken, some something like that, right? So essentially what's going on is we have all this like blood and fat and proteins and like good smelling stuff that fish wanna eat in the water, and it attracts sharks from all over. So we actually have all kinds of sharks in Puget Sound. A lot of people don't really realize that, but we have several species of sharks, some of which are actually pretty big. So we have 7 gills, 6 gills, thresher sharks, salmon sharks, we eat the occasional great white. And then we have a non-shark that's actually pretty closely related called a ghost shark that we have. I think there's even some type of guitar fish out here somewhere. It wouldn't surprise me if there's 5 or 6 more that I actually don't know about. But what's kind of exciting about that is, like, as a kayak or a boat or whatever, right? There's a fairly good chance that on Puget Sound you ran your boat over a 10-foot shark at one point. And they're here. They're definitely here. It's just they're not the aggressive kind. You know, they're not the bull sharks, they're not the tiger sharks, they're not the great whites, right? That doesn't mean that they're not here. That just means that they're not aggressive and they're not at the top of the water. So you're very unlikely to see them. But today I'm actually focused on a small species of shark that tends to aggregate right near shore. They really drive salmon fishermen nuts because they eat basically all the same things. So whenever you're fishing for salmon, you're pretty likely to catch them. And that, of course, is the Pacific spiny dogfish. So that is what I'm fishing for today. But one of their favorite foods is herring. So unsurprisingly, what I'm using is herring. This is an underwater camera to try to catch the bite footage. And this is a mooching weight just to make it a little bit more visible from a distance. And my goal is to essentially just drag this close to the bottom, not quite on the bottom because I don't want to snag up my camera, obviously, but drag it pretty close to the bottom and kind of see what we end up filming. I'm definitely expecting to see lots and lots of little sharks today. All the signs are there. We have probably 150 crab traps in the water, so like 100, 200 pounds worth of bait in the water just to my left here, right? And the sharks can definitely smell that, and I can tell that they're already coming in. So let's get a bait in the water and see what we can actually see down there. Conditions are just about as good as you could hope for this. I have absolutely no doubt that I'm going to catch sharks today. Quick safety note, just because I'm trying to be better about mentioning safety in my videos, I am fishing for sharks. This is a kayak. This is a bit dangerous if you don't take special precautions. So I'm used to handling them. I've definitely handled them a ton. Just because I'm a salmon fisherman, I've definitely caught my fair share of dogfish, actually both salmon fishing and halibut fishing. So you are going to catch them. There's almost no avoiding them. So I've handled them quite a bit. I also have gauze with me and actually a tourniquet just in case. And of course I have the Coast Guard on speed dial, and I have a VHF radio. I'm also not that far from other people if I did run into some kind of emergency. I'm also going to handle them kind of minimally. I might pick up one just to show what it looks like, but that's about it, because you'd kind of rather not handle them too much, because they definitely are sharp-toothed, very strong animals. And they also have two venomous spines on them. So one right behind their dorsal fin, and one I think just in front of their tail fin. But yeah, well, let's see what comes up today. I have absolutely no doubt that I'm going to catch at least 5. So we'll see if that prediction comes true. But I just don't see a universe where I don't catch 5 dogfish today based on the number of crabbers that are out. Fish on. Okay, first drop down. I can tell from the bend of the rod, head shakes, all that. This is a shark. This is for sure. Yep, that's a shark. That's a shark. And actually, it's a nice little one. So let's actually take a look at it. What do you think? And this is the target species of the day. Mighty shark of Puget Sound. So they're very long-lived fish. So big adults are usually in the order of like 85, 95 years old. This one is a male. It actually has small claspers. That's what those are. It's essentially the shark version of a penis. This is the venomous barb that I was talking about, so you definitely don't want to get poked by that. Here's the one in the dorsal fin, and of course a bunch of herring-eating teeth on that. So you don't want to get your finger in their mouth. They're also super flexible. I don't know if you can see that, but they're a cartilaginous fish, so they have no bones at all. And essentially that means that they can whip their head almost all the way around and almost bite their own tail, essentially. They have ampullae of Lorenzini, so these are the sensory organs in the nose. And this male one has some pretty white spots on it. He's obviously unhappy with me, trying to sting me with his back tail, so I'm gonna let him go. But that is what we're seeing down there, and hoping to catch a bunch more today. Bye, buddy. Potentially the most important catch of the day. This is definitely big enough to choke a whale, believe it or not. So whales can choke on things as small as a water bottle, so if you see anything like this, always a good idea to pick it up. There we go. This could be a shark. Just wanted to catch one on a light bass style rod, you know. Salmon rod's fun. I was mostly using it to use really heavy line, so I didn't lose my camera. Definitely worth targeting them on the smaller equipment if you can. Yeah, sharky. Okay. So that works on all sharks. That's crazy. So this is a technique called tonic immobility. Well, I don't know if it's a technique. It's a response called tonic immobility. When you flip a shark upside down, rub its nose, it actually goes into a trance-like state. So it's very docile right now. I've been wondering if this would be a good way to unhook them. So they tend to freak out at the boat. I don't know if you saw it thrashing around a little bit earlier, but they freak out and they do all kinds of crazy things and try to stab you with their spines and stuff like that. But this is This is as docile as you can expect a fish to be. So not a bad idea actually if you are having trouble unhooking kind of a wily one to just kind of touch its snout. Obviously be very careful about not getting your fingers in its mouth, but this is a very effective technique for making sharks docile. So I'm going to flip this guy over. And I think we're going to call that the last catch of today. I'm out of bait. They've basically eaten through everything that I had, which is actually pretty typical when you're fishing in areas that have dogfish, right? So I've lost tons and tons and tons of herring when I was fishing for halibut. I've caught plenty when I was fishing for salmon. As a result, you know, people get really, really annoyed with dogfish. You know, they're a shark. You know, they belong in these waters. It's not worth getting mad at them. I actually find that it works pretty well to use artificial bait as opposed to natural bait to avoid dogfish myself. Like I mentioned in other videos, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. When I do that, I'm going to split the proceeds between myself and an organization called Oceana. So eventually, hopefully, these likes, views, and subscriptions will result in dollars spent on ocean conservation. So hopefully you enjoyed the underwater footage of you know, shark bites at Alki Beach. Thanks for watching.